I'm really sorry about the hat, I just kind of woke up looking like a mess. What is up guys, Mrwhosetheboss here, and in this video I wanted to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Note 6. So it's being released in roughly August time if like the past Note series are anything to go on, and we've had some pretty juicy leaks, so let's just get straight into it. So if there's one thing that all the leaks are agreeing on, it's that the Note 6 will have a 2560 by 1440 display, and that should be around 5.8 inches. To me, that's perfect. A couple of manufacturers have played around with 4K resolutions, for example Sony with the Z5 Premium, and when I used it, I thought, okay, this is affecting battery life, this is affecting performance, and I couldn't really see the benefit at all. And in the end, Sony also ended up compromising on contrast, on vividness, and so actually my Samsung Galaxy Note 5 panel ended up looking better. Now although it's not perfect, the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 is an awesome smartphone, and one of the reasons for that is it fits in such a large display. It's got 5.7 inches into a body that's really quite pocketable and easy to handle. And so at the rate Samsung's going, we could end up seeing a phone with an even smaller body than the Note 5 and even fitting in a larger screen. Next up, we have 6GB of DDR4 RAM, which will just be insane. I mean, the only other smartphone to actually sport that is the Vivo X Play 5 Elite, and that is a phone retailing at basically the same price and won't have the stylus functionality or Samsung's known reliability. As for the chipset, we're pretty uncertain. Some of the leaks are pointing towards a Snapdragon 820, which although it's a fantastic processor, would be probably a little bit of a play it safe card by Samsung. Alternatively, some of them are saying a Snapdragon 823, which obviously must be some processor that the company hasn't unveiled yet, which would kind of make sense because Samsung tends to, in their Note series, use the same processors as the S7 or the sort of S series, but then overclock it a little bit, and the 823 could be a processor which is just sort of slightly better than the 820. And then there's a third party who claim that the Note 6 will use Samsung's in-house chips, which are beasts in themselves, so there's no doubt this is going to be one of the most powerful phones on the market when it releases. The Note series always are. Something that we're almost certain about is that the camera on the Note 6 is going to be revolutionary. Leaks on Weibo have pointed towards a 12 megapixel sensor with Super Optical Image Stabilization Plus. And that seems pretty self-explanatory. It should mean really smooth footage, whatever you're holding it with, whether it's, by your hands, on a tripod, regardless. And to be honest, the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 takes awesome video as it is. It's still, even a year after its launch, one of the best smartphone cameras. Samsung won't be messing around with the storage options either. It'll be skipping 16 and 32GB variants and be jumping straight to 64 or 128. As for microSD cards, I can only hope that they add them in. The company's been on a very backwards-forwards direction, and it's quite a sensitive topic, especially with end users, so a lot of them kind of complained about it with the S6, and then it was reintroduced in the S7, so I'd like to think that all signs point towards the Note 6 having it. So you may have been able to guess I'm a huge fan of the Galaxy Note series. Whatever the S series does, and they are pretty good phones in their own right, the Note series just takes a step further. They tend to improve the cameras, improve the processing power, and then slap a bigger, better display on the device. A couple of things worth bearing in mind are firstly that the S Pen is never something that I've personally used. I couldn't find applications where there was actually a real benefit to use it over my finger. Samsung's also known to be a bit temperamental when it comes to software upgrades. While it's not the worst, it's not like you're sort of buying one of those cheap Chinese smartphones where you're basically stuck with the original software. There are definitely companies which are faster to update their smartphones, so you might have to wait a month extra for your updates. This year has actually been pretty tough for me. I've been holding out on the Note 6, I'm hoping it's going to be the one phone to replace my Note 5. I could have got the HTC 10, the S7 Edge, or even the G5 because, they all seem like amazing flagship smartphones. If it turns out to be great, I'll pre-order it day one. Otherwise, I'm kind of feeling the HTC 10. What do you guys think? Are you eyeing up the Galaxy Note 6? Or are you just going to leave it out another year? So guys, thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it if you just slap that subscribe button. I'm Mrwhosetheboss, and this is Insanely Cool Tech.